Hey guys. Something I don't really do. I don't really do a whole lot of Genshin stuff anymore, but we're gonna do the final act, the Masquerade of the Guilty. We have to go to Risley's office. So, Risley, I'm coming for you. I don't know how long these are gonna be. I don't want it to be too long because I know some people were like, oh, it's like 5 hours long. Well, if I was to do all that, it would take like 6-7 hours to upload. I really don't feel like dealing with that. So I might cut out a lot of stuff like boring dialogue, pointless fighting.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Oh, Risley. You're lucky you're good looking.
So the fortress is okay?
Of course.
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Which was a pretty cool cutscene. Basically, the primordial sea was kind of like breaking in, and Neuvillette just kind of like controlled it and sealed it up temporarily. He knows it was gonna essentially kind of burst out at some point, but it was pretty cool.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way, do you know what day it is today?
Is it someone's birthday? If it is, happy birthday.
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
You know, Risley, I've got a pipe that needs cleaning.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, Paimon, seriously.
Yes. Have you completed your release papers?
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now?
So, this chick right here is like a huge simp for like both Risley and Neuvillette. And she's an interesting character, and I think I've seen leaks of her like combat stuff because she is a playable character. She's going to be. I think she's Cryo or Hydro. I can't remember.
Right. Today is our last
You
day
can't
of
see it.
prison.
Oh, but it's Hydro.
Now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice. Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
Oh, I'll miss you too. She's so sweet. Risley.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
When I signed these release papers, I was promised a release.
You're not going to see us off?
Fuck. Okay, Paimon, you're making this stuff too easy for me. I could make another joke right from it, but no, I'm not going to do that.
I knew you'd ask.
Because
All
I have
right,
class.
Let's go.
Yes! Well, let me just get unloaded here.
Wow, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
No, shut up, Paimon. I need this.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
Now, that'd be kind of weird. No, that's alright. It's not like we'll never visit. I mean, probably never will.
Don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble.
Okay.
Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirrorfeed is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Neuvillette was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him now.
Yeah.
Next up, the Palais Mermonia.
Let's go see what Daddy's doing.
Monsieur Nervulette? Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
I have to pause already. Ugh, God, I hate these with the stories and like it's like, oh, you can't do that yet because the person's involved with another. But it's just, Hoyoverse, please change that. It took longer than I care to admit. Can I just go see Daddy Neuvillette now? Oh, Daddy, I'm here to see you. Oh, please.
Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Yeah.
Excuse me, would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
Yes, I would mind.
I'll be right there.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Yes, I will.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
He looks so serious. He's like, oh yeah, there we go.
Neuvillette!
There's Daddy Neuvillette. I'm sorry, but like Big Dong Zhang, the CEO of GEO, he's always gonna be, you know, Daddy number one. But he's got some stiff competition with this guy right here.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first.
Can I help you?
In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Maybe we can lay down on that couch all seductive like and tell him to, you know, tell him to draw us like one of his French girls. Who's going to be storming in? He doesn't have a computer to be working on, so who's he waiting for?
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
What? Did someone write his name in the death note and you had to wait to see if he would actually die? Like
Are you
what?
done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting.
For you, Daddy, I'd wait as long as I need to.
Today should be the day you were released from the fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right, and we came here to see you right away.
You and Paimon tell Neuvillette everything, and then blah, blah, blah.
A massive whale.
Okay, I'm not that big, buddy.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
Poisson!
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Omae wa mou shindeu.
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short
Oh,
period of time
okay.
and have already returned to normal now.
Okay.
However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much
Poisson.
worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her!
Yes, let's go to Poisson.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
Poisson.
I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Okay.
No time to lose. Let's get going.
Where are we going? We're going to Poisson.
Please be careful.
You know what? He said he wanted to go with us, so we should grant his wish. All right, Daddy. Where are you, Daddy? There you are, Daddy.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join you.
No problem. Go to Poisson. Okay. See, where is it? Right. There is Poisson. A croissant in Poisson. Come on. Les poissons, les poissons.
Oh no.
Oh
What happened
no!
here?
Did he? Did she not hear what Neuvillette said? Or was she just like daydreaming about food that whole time? I mean, she did say, "Oh God, God, what happened to all the people? Are they all okay?" All the buildings here seem to be in pretty rough shape now. Those fish are out of water. Nobody around. Were they all dissolved? No, let's not assume the worst yet.
Navia should be around here, right?
Navia.
We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her.
Yes, let's go check on Navia. I'm sure she's crying. Wherever she is. You know, like she always does. Miss Navia, where are you? I'm here to... the fish are out of water.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
Like zoinks!
What will I ever do now?
Disaster victim M. Okay.
There's some...
On the roof!
Stay put. We're coming up. Watch your
Ah,
balance.
Silver.
All right.
Where's Maloose? Maloose is on fire.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own?
By bucking up and being a man.
My Desiree.
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
Yeah. Let's go find Navia.
My leg!
My leg!
My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
How can this happen to me?
Just hang in there. Help is on.
No, it's not. I'm the only one here, and I'm not going to save any of you. I'm looking for Navia. Have any of you seen her? Small chick, cute, wearing a big hat. 1,000. Make sure I actually do it. Hang on. Let me see, make sure I got everything here. Is there anything over here that I can actually get? I shall reward you with death. Kamehame! Ah! I'm sorry, that's so cool. Alright. You are now healed. Because when you're dead, you don't have to worry about any of that. It's gonna be Neuvillette and Neuvillette. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, Neuvillette. Now we have to talk to you. Traveler, it's nice that I don't care. Can we just, like, skip through this? Okay, whatever. Alright, we're back. I don't know why it switched to that stupid quest. Like, the whole quest so far, it's just been 3 jackasses arguing with each other. I haven't had to do anything, I just had to listen to them bicker. Navi, I'm coming for you. There we go. There's Navia. She's like,
Navia, she's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
She looks like she's been crying again.
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
We also showed up when we can.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle, there was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
Oh no.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He decided to take his own life instead of just waiting to have someone rescue him off the roof. He jumped off the roof and died.
He jumped down then.
What, I didn't... Okay.
Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in...
Okay.
Right. You'll be in charge.
Great. Awesome.
I'm sorry. Where were we?
You just finished crying?
The situation in Poisson?
Poisson!
Right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere.
Then they realized that it wasn't coming from anywhere. It was her tears. You know, always crying.
The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water, leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared. They were all dissolved. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. Flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
No, I'm not. She's been crying, so I'm not gonna make a joke like that. About a head count.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
Just like Pootie Tang.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
I really don't
Thank
care,
you
but...
for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Wait, we're missing some people, aren't we?
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Where am I losing silver?
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
I'll be right there. Sorry, I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Yep. Navio walks around talking with many people and organizing various matters.
Okay,
God, I love the
the wounds
storytelling
are
when they
being
do
tended
that.
to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Oh, geez, she's gonna cry again, isn't she?
Huh?
Oh,
Right
man. Oh, man, I really don't want to see her cry again, you know? That's all she does.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Father. I wish I could have been a better leader. Oh, wait, it's right there.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Why would there be?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson,
Poisson.
Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
There's no need to push yourself so hard. What do you know?
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver, they won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time, and they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do. Unless someone has a set of Dragon Balls hiding somewhere and we can wish them back, there's not much you can do now.
I've known them for so long, and I know they weren't afraid. But
I do have to say, despite the fact that her character always seems to be crying, her character design just is complete fire. I mean, look at her. You know, when you think of something like, it's like a very steampunk French, like a Victorian type thing going on, and she's just a gorgeous character.
I could at least hold a funeral for my father, and I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
He's like, I'm not joking. You see me? I'm freaking old.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously.
Foreshadowing.
All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
I mean, it's not really her fault. Unless she's the one who let the primordial seawater in. I mean, it's not really her fault. Please, just stop crying.
I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this.
We're used to it.
I don't usually cry, really.
Why you always lying?
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
You know, I know Paimon gets a lot of flack sometimes for being annoying as hell and basically just being a, you know, plot device sometimes to carry the plot, like, you know, like explain it. But, you know, they truly make her like this caring person who really does, you know, feel bad when things are like this. That, you know, you can hear the voice and just it really does make you feel bad for Paimon.
I'd always thought I
You know, because you can tell she really does care.
But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
Well, you gave their life purpose. I mean, after her father died, they really didn't have much to do apart from taking care of his daughter, so...
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
We'll go get the beds.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny,
Joinville.
Fontaine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
Yeah, that list is pretty much everyone.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Right! Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon.
I promise when I get hungry and take over the world, I promise not to eat you.
What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually.
Actually,
I'll remember your words.
we're so used to you saying stupid crap. That was actually pretty amazing what you just said.
Oh,
Seems you've become more eloquent.
Oh,
in the time
yeah.
since
Hi,
we last
Mommy.
met.
Oh, I mean, father.
the knave? What are you doing here?
Paying respects.
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground.
Yeah, this is why people seem to think that the Harbingers and the Sarita are not evil. You know, I mean, I've seen this whole quest line, so I know what's happening. But she says stuff like later on at the end, and you know, just how she presents herself, and besides, you know, because she is from Fontaine, so she kind of, you know, she kind of has to protect her nation. But the Harbingers really...
As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Yes, Mommy.
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter, but that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I have to say, same thing with her. I love her design. The eyes, her eyes are so cool. And I certainly hope that I'm pretty sure all the Harbingers will be playable at some point. I don't know about one of them, because one of them's, dead. And Capitano might not be, but...
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Oh god, you mentioned their names. She's gonna cry again.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person, and they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate, then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
She certainly does love her kids.
By the way, Traveler, Paimon.
Yes, Mommy?
One more thing.
Yes.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
Like you usually do.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance.
Yes, ma'am.
You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Maripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
So, the time for jolly cooperation has come.
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck, and at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
She's a good mom.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Yeah, as long as nothing there tries to kill us.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
No.
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Yeah, you've been crying for a while.
Well, I'm sad, yes, but I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Navia's strong, but she needs some company right now.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler? All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson.
Poisson.
Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Poisson. Go to the ruin. Is there nothing close by? Go here then. Okay. Okay.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
Almost as old as me.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Like me.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
We will. We don't want you crying again. Place of Secrets. So we're entering the Chamber of Secrets. Okay. No. I had Nouvelette, and I was sitting there, and like one of his lines, he just starts talking about water from all the other nations. I'm like, really? He's talking about water from like like Mondstadt and Liyue and all that. I was like, really? That's interesting. Always have to check. You never know where there's a chest hiding.
Follow the wind.
And follow your nose, wherever it goes. I think this is just normal water, so I don't think we can really do anything in it. So I don't think we have to worry about... Oh boy, we get to fight things.
Blaze over.
As one with wind and cloud.
Stabilize.
Shine down.
Into the wind.
Order guide you.
Access denied. Illusion shattered.
That
Solidify.
The chests. No. No, there is not. Alright, so I assume that door is going to open up. Right?
Watch it! The floor here isn't safe!
No, I want to go through there.
Shine down. Glory of ice and frost.
Have fun, bye. Have fun, bye. Alright. Anything down there, though? I assume not.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Nadia.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
You should test it.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here.
Leave it to us true heroes.
Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
You're useless.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
Okay, cool.
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So staying here wouldn't be safe either.
If only there was a Pokeball I could catch her in. Then she'd be safe.
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Or not.
All right. Come with us for now, then. But please be careful.
Navia, come with me if you want to live.
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
Not a dead end, dude. Chill. Calm your non-existent tits. Alright. Okay, up here. Up here! My cabbage!
Time to go.
Time to go. Reveal your secrets. Anything? Really? Did it just like put me back there? Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Wait, there's something wrong with this bridge.
Well, it was fine until you said something. Wow, this really is like the Chamber of Secrets. Remember this scene in Chamber of Secrets? Ah, well, can't do anything now. Wait a minute. I've seen this scene before. Zelda? That was like 1-for-1 Link trying to rescue Zelda after Ganondorf comes back. Except she didn't have a secret stone to help her. That's insane. That was like 1-for-1. Like the way she was falling, the hand shot and trying to reach out, and that was insane.
Demoiselle.
Demoiselle. Maloose.
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maloose and Silver.
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Maloose.
Oh, was I sleeping?
I love how you can kind of tell something's up because everything, like, you can see it's all like wavy and You can kind of tell it's either like a memory or something.
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny?
No.
He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
Sora, Donald, Goofy.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
My heart.
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom.
Just like Navia.
I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Ah, did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Malus, we do still have some empty flower pots
Of
at
course,
home, right?
Demoiselle.
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
I love Malus.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here.
Something seems off here. I'm never this enthusiastic about plants.
Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously.
On Dragon Ball Z.
I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Because you become a public nuisance, Navia.
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get going.
You've been sticking your nose in things where they not should have nose stuck into. Or something, I don't know. You're on trial. Oh, alright then.
Look, it's Navia! She's here!
Our Archon has returned!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
Praise the Archon.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people.
They're ready to see an execution.
Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case?
Because it's an internal struggle. All those people, they're the ones who disappeared. She's putting herself on trial.
And as for the judge...
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
And don't worry, when it comes to execution time, we shall carry out the execution ourselves. There won't be no need to turn to the Ortrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Front of you, side of you, it doesn't matter.
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
You know, execution and all.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Poisson!
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
No, but you let us die, mademoiselle. Ooh.
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable.
You are one of us. Join us. Join us. Join us.
We are one big family. All of us who are from Poisson,
Poisson.
inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Forever.
Huh? What are you saying?
Stay with us, demoiselle.
Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
This is like the start of a really bad horror film.
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Melus?
What was that, Mr. Melus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty.
Let us turn to the Ortrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
So you're saying as soon as I admit guilt, then okay, well, I'm not guilty then. Bye.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
She doesn't care about death. She spits in the face of death.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro.
And what is that? What is that? It's the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice.
Now, I have another friend who used to speak about justice.
Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
Sounds like cult stuff here.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
Yes. If it means me not having to talk in unison with you all, then yes.
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle.
Demoiselle.
And that is how we will enforce justice.
Did someone say justice? Cue the music. Dun, 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 dun.
My head.
Looks like you're too late.
Demoiselle.
It's all over.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me.
I win.
I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree,
Yeah, great.
Joyville, Jolien,
Yeah,
Elsa,
you met earlier. They're all the
and
ones
Mr.
people who
Javert
died.
And Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
We are Kira.
Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn?
That's actually really cool. How it's like reality and kind of melding with, you know, this whole thing that she's it just.
How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist.
It's like someone's
This
psyche
judgment
breaking.
is fair and just. Navia.
Oh no, they're
belongs
showing their
to
true colors.
us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
Oh no.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
Well, because she wasn't chanting in unison like the rest of you were. Clearly, you're all linked like some hive mind, and she's not doing that, so I think that would make her an individual.
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us. Miss Navia, she...
Silence.
There we go. There's Daddy. I love how just like that for the moment you see actual color.
That's...
Uh-oh. Monsieur Neuvillette.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
In other words, shut up.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
Farewell.
You know, that hits a lot harder when you're the one actually playing the game.
No, wait! Just a second!
What are you talking about? It's just us.
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
Daddy! Daddy! You're here. Monsieur
I
Neuvillette.
must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
And Neuvillette's like, oh, interesting.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
Oh.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you.
Oh.
It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you.
That's sweet. 2 Oceanids. So basically, even in death or, you know, return to the primordial sea, Malus and Silver are still taking care of her.
Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Please come with me.
I've got something to show you, and quite frankly, I'm tired of seeing her cry.
Are you okay?
Is it going to be raining when we get back up to the top?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
You know, to keep my mind off things?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see.
I'm too
Well, that is
childish.
good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
You would never think that he once had a problem understanding how humans function.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
How's the weather?
Oh, Neuvillette. You're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
I would hope so.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins?
There you
Did
go.
the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but
Poisson.
when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
You did. I'd do anything for mommy.
Yeah, we originally originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
I hope Navia can get back on her feet, but she's standing right now. What are you talking about? Love is destructive.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again.
Sure.
Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
He sounds so disinterested, but...
Let's get going then.
Such a tiny room.
No touching.
This is order.
Into the wind.
Access denied.
Anything in this room? No. I thought there might have been something else here.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Anything pop up? No.
Time to go.
Sometimes after those things, like a chest will pop up, but apparently not. Nope, we're not going to do that, because they'll probably just put me back there.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step.
Actually,
Time to go.
there we go. Oh, nope. There we go. I don't want to fall. Hello.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Gather. I will have order.
There is no escape. Born of ice and frost.
Oh, wait. Wow. Some cool moves you got there, buddy boy. Nope. Wait. Anything? No.
Time to go.
Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Go. Alright. Speaking of hydro sigils. Okay, whatever. 25. Okay, I only need like 5 more. That's good. Ooh, boy.
Time to go.
Yeah.
Solidify.
This is long overdue.
Falling leaves. Adorn my night.
Order guide you.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
I will have order.
The wind's rosy. Clouds high. The birds come.
Now you shall perish.
Just die. Could it be faster? Yeah, but I really don't care about big PP numbers. Ooh. Oh. It's an elevator. Take me away. Admire the scenery. Hey, look at your mom's vagina. Alright. More fighting? More fighting! Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Investigate space ahead. Monsieur Neuvillette.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
There seems to be something on the wall. Some lure drops, maybe. Ooh, what do you know? Lure drops.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
Guess we'll have to find that
The
one, huh?
surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems
Oh.
so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this... what is this? Some kind of island in the sky?
Gee, I wonder what it could be.
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her?
They were playing Ring Around the Rosie.
Are they all in the water?
They were playing Ring Around the Rosie, and she fell down, and so they just continued without her.
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
The issue is the order of the third and fourth images.
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records.
Of course he didn't meet her.
The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
I mean, I doubt they just popped up out of nowhere. Someone had to make them, and I assume other must have had an editing process where someone had to go through. Yes, these are very, very good.
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
Okay, I admit it. It was me. I did it.
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
Oh
In that
yes,
case,
we'll have to
there's
go
no
see.
time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Oh, you can't go backwards. You got to go forwards to go back. Better press on. Honestly, who created these slates doesn't matter now. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells or not. Completed. There we go. La poisson!
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
Yeah, all that walking must have really hurt your legs, huh?
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you as ever, so please don't think you're an imposition. All right, I'll be on my way then.
Navi and Neuvillette both depart. You and Paimon head to Spina de la Ruzula at Bay de or whatever.
We're finally back!
Welcome back. We've got a special menu.
Oh god, talking about food, it's... I don't care. This is the one thing I hate about the storytelling sometimes. Mona. Yeah, the one thing I hate about the storytelling is somehow it eventually gets to them talking about food.
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Yes. I love how Mona just randomly shows up.
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
I think we could ask, what are you doing in Fontaine? What are you... Seriously, how did you get here? I thought you don't even have money for rent. What are you doing here? Just as bouncy as ever, I say.
Mona?
Did the stars not tell you that we might meet here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontainian, are you, Mona?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add.
That's not the question. Are you from Fontaine?
Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstatter surname?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow! Imagine
Mona
putting
Great.
a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one. Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Barbalov Trismegistus.
Whoa.
Sounded like very like
That's a long one.
Barbalov
Does it
Trismegistus.
also mean great or something?
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great scholar of the stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I love Paimon's face. She's like, Paimon is not amused.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Trismegistus.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Dorman Port, which we still haven't gone to yet, and hopefully there's more of Mondstadt that will be released.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
She's like, what are you talking about now?
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Apart from the fact that it can dissolve people?
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
Being, you know, basically on level with gods. Actually, I think when it comes to the Archons, I think Alice is actually stronger than the Archons. Maybe not Zhongli, considering how old he is and who he may or may not actually be. But...
All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Let alone hardly see us, so maybe you should.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
You're super-de-duper.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
I'm sorry, and Hoyo, come on. She's just standing there. Why is her chest jiggling that much? Seriously, have you never seen a real woman in your life?
That's the greatest of astrologists for you!
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay,
sorry.
that's enough with the
I came to see what all the commotion was about.
sucking off
If
here.
there's anything you need, do not...
Okay, great.
Oops, guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Okay, bye, Mona.
And
See you
there she
later.
goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontainian friends will thank us someday.
Out of the conversation, you need to get a good night's sleep to replenish your energy.
Good morning. To be honest, Paimon still feels...
I'm trying to end the video, but they just keep going.
But it's time to get up, So let's pack it up and get going.
Okay, can I just like chill right here now? Okay. This is where I'm gonna end it. Almost an hour and 30 minutes, so we're gonna end it here. Next time we'll go see Daddy. But yeah. Hopefully this won't take too long, and I try to cut out what I need to. So when we get to like the fight, the big fight, I'll probably show like the first little bit of it, but then kind of cut back when I'm about to finish it, because I don't know how long that's going to take. But anyway, this should be fun. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.